And welcome to the As Seen on TV podcast for Once Upon a Time, Season 4, Episode 1, A Tale of Two Sisters. I'm your host, Dom. With me, I have my co-host, Elsa.
Hello.
A.K.A.
Elsa
Clio.
dyed her hair.
Clio, I mean, Elsa, you dyed your hair?
Yes, I did. I was tired of white.
Oh.
White?
It's
Too much upkeep. There's too much upkeep.
Too much upkeep.
Indeed. The angriest orchard of them all is Rachel.
Yes. Product placement. Please sponsor us.
They don't sponsor us!
I said please sponsor us.
Oh, please sponsor us. I wish they'd sponsor us. That'd be
That'd
awesome.
be amazing.
We'll drink all of your bevs.
We would.
Mhm.
All of us.
We will sell out like that.
Yes, we
We'll
will.
sell in a heartbeat. Like, just give us the opportunity and we're sold. And Miss Gigglepants down there, Omikins.
Hello!
How's it going?
Good.
Good. Good. How's it going for everybody?
Really good.
Really,
happy
we
for
got
the
a
show to
good,
be back.
a really good, and pictures paint 1,000 words.
I am not
So-
speaking for Rachel, but I am. She's fine.
Oh, okay, she's fine. So, wait, never mind. That's sexist. I was gonna say, so that means something's wrong. So, but I'm surrounded by 3 women, so I caught myself. But then I still told you, so now I'm looking even more sexist after pointing myself and calling myself out on it. And I'm getting one person laughing, one person shaking their head, and one person trying to ignore me. So this just went off well. So.
I'm almost done. I don't think I have enough alcohol for you.
I'm kidding. I was totally kidding.
He's
Whatever.
gonna throw that bottle cross country and it's gonna hit you.
We'll just
I
Skype
know.
the bottle to me later.
Just
Take the bottle to him.
So, you guys happy once it's back?
I'm happy.
Yeah.
It's been
So
too
happy.
You
long.
sound excited.
No, I really am excited. It's
Oh yeah, I'm excited for this
This
season.
this summer was just so like, come on.
Yeah. I mean, there's no Wonderland this year.
Oh, that's sad.
Sucks butt.
Yeah, when I was going back and looking at all the episodes earlier today, I was like, oh, I kind of missed this show. Actually, I really missed this show.
Yeah.
I'm depressed.
Yeah. At
I
least,
want them to just bring those characters into ones proper, though.
well, we will be getting the Knave at some point this season. That is definitely happening. But the one thing that did carry over from Once Upon a Time in Wonderland is their horrible green screens.
Yep. I picked it out a few times watching that, and I was like,
Well, they
I've seen
kind of
green.
had to. I mean, because, Arundel's a fictional place. I mean, they can't go,
Oh.
okay, this is it, and you already know what it. Well, because you already know what it looks like because of the movie. You can't really
Yeah.
make,
Oops.
that's true.
pick
Sorry, there's
a random place.
Hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, the one thing that I'm very happy with is, unlike last season, which started off, threw us into Neverland and, like, trapped us there, and we didn't get to see what any of the other characters were doing. They're not doing that this season. They are developing a nice balance between Storybrooke and Frozen, and the show has finally hit its groove. They hit it about midway through the season last year, and they're still going strong with it. So I'm very happy with the season so far. It's one episode in. I'm really happy with it. The other thing that I was kind of worried with, and we kind of discussed this at the end of our finale podcast, was how they were going to twist Frozen. And that's the twist, is they didn't twist Frozen. Frozen happened.
No.
Frozen is Frozen. Even the creators have said, that movie happened. There's no twisting it. All the events that took place in that movie have happened.
But now they're just adding why the parents actually.
Correct. They're
Yes,
exploring a
exactly.
little more of the before and a little of the during, but they're not changing and altering
No,
the
they're not
events.
changing it, no.
It's not like what they did with Peter Pan and totally twisted Peter Pan into something that it wasn't.
Oh, we never knew the origins of Peter Pan.
Pretty sure when Peter Pan was originated, he was not envisioned to be also the Pied Piper.
No.
Or Rumpelstiltskin's father.
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
Yes, I know.
All of those things.
Yeah, so what do you guys think about the fact that Frozen actually happened? Would it, like, because we're used to them twisting the fairy tales. What is
Well,
your take on them
they're gonna
keeping it intact?
It's the
I liked
past.
it.
They're gonna twist the origins of the Frozen story.
Well, they can kind of twist the future because that's where it's taking place. It's like taking place when the movie left off.
The animated Disney movie Frozen did happen. Their parents went off. They sunk, and
yes. But what I mean is the twist is going to happen in what their parents were doing.
Yeah, exactly. That's the twist. But I mean, that's already been speculated, even without Once Upon a Time. Like people are saying, like, yeah, the ship is sunk, but you know, where are their parents? It's obviously they're not there. And they probably got,
why did their parents leave? They never explained why their parents left.
No, and that's exactly what they brought up in the show.
Right. So, yeah, we did...
Dun, dun, dun.
The episode started off, we got to see Anna and Elsa's parents, like, what they were doing moments before their death, which was really cool. I like to see that.
That note.
And then by the end of... Yeah, they write a note, like the police, they put a message in a bottle, and... Sorry.
Yeah. I just ran out of Angry Orchard.
I gave Rachel an instant headache.
Just not.
Rachel, you missed me. But then we found out at the very end of the episode, the big reveal at the end of the episode was that the parents were headed to Misthaven, which is also the Enchanted Forest.
Code name.
Right.
Misthaven.
Every time someone says code name, I think of Kids Next Door.
So... What are you... Sorry. Like, I was talking to Nikki during the pre-show, and it's like, what are we gonna do? Like, do we want to address, like, go through and make these random speculations on what their parents are doing? Because we have no clue. But then she reminded me, we did this with Rumpel's father. And one person got it right. Wild speculation was correct. So... I'm going to ask right now. We go around, and I don't want to hear, I don't know, it could be anything. I want your most random wild speculation. What were they doing?
It's not like we don't have any clues with which to base our guesses on. We know they were going because of Elsa's powers. We know they were going to the Enchanted Forest. They were probably going to see Rumpelstiltskin to see if there was anything that could be done about Elsa's powers, which could also explain why she ended up in his basement.
The Elsa thing... It seemed like she didn't recognize Rumpelstiltskin.
No.
From the newspaper article. She recognized the necklace. That's what brought her to Mr. Gold's pawn shop. She did not recognize Rumpel, so I have a feeling Rumpel is not even the one that put her in there. I think he acquired her afterwards.
He just acquired her later on. Like, I think it was even mentioned that he didn't know what the hell was in that bottle. And he was actually really scared that something came out.
Yeah. But it could be that... their parents inquiring made him aware of someone with this kind of power.
I think it was Hans and his 12 brothers, because she did mention that they were angry.
I don't think they're smart enough to do anything like that.
I think they are.
Hans is very smart.
They're smart and conniving. Well, I don't see why his brothers would be angry, but they made them now that they're angry at them.
They're probably angry because they imprisoned Hans.
Well, I thought they shipped him back to his brothers. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. But, you know, I know they've said that they're going to bring Hans on there, and that might be why. He might have trapped her, found a way to trap her in the ball, so Arendelle doesn't have a queen anymore, and so he could take over.
That makes sense.
And if Anna's not there...
Yeah, maybe.
Yep. So
there's a wild speculation for you.
I think my wild speculation is not more so on why they went there, but it's what happened in between. And we all kind of know this popular theory that was going around before Once Upon a Time was even introduced into this. And that was the fact that their ship possibly could be tied to the Little Mermaid. Which instantly made me think maybe Ursula, who was introduced last season, caused the storm.
I would like to see her more than just some little symbol glowing and talking. I'd like to see her in person. Yes. And I think that's going to happen.
I was just talking about this with my dad, how I want her to be like a part of the show, legitimately.
Yeah.
She'd be a very interesting character.
She would.
She is already.
So I'm not going to be very surprised if Ursula has created the storm and that's what killed the parents had something to do with that. And I wouldn't even be surprised if Ariel is the one that finds the message in the bottle.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
And then, Rapunzel comes into this because, she was shown going to the coronation Unfrozen. And,
now, correct me if I'm wrong, because this is just, you brought this to my attention, Rapunzel, whatever. Just sparked this. Did they cross Rapunzel with the princess from the Frog Princess? Are they supposed to be the same princess in this story? I thought they called her by another name in that episode. Now that I thinking of it. So, I don't know. I think they combined that princess into one princess.
I don't think they did.
Doesn't mean they can't still tie her in with Frozen.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to see more of it. Especially because we know that they will be going back to the Enchanted Forest, so we're not just stuck in, how do you pronounce it, Arendelle?
Arendelle.
Yes.
Arendelle.
So, yeah. So I think we're going to see more of The Little Mermaid. I really do.
Yeah, of course.
So, I like her.
She kind of just, disappeared and had, this weird happily ever after ending that just, was very obscure and didn't really go anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's sort of like they got to be together while they were sort of in an exile kind of deal.
Kind of, sort of. I don't know. He was a fisher. I don't know. It was just kind of weird.
Yeah, it was weird.
If they go with this Ursula deal, I mean, it goes back to what Hook said, is that it's never over.
No.
And, I mean, the Little Mermaid storyline kind of ended on a happy note, which doesn't seem right. I mean, it sounds awful to say that it doesn't seem right, but I mean,
she doesn't deserve her happy ending.
None of the other
villains don't get a happy ending.
Well,
not yet.
Ariel's not a villain.
I know. Not yet.
She steals. She could be
Not
a
yet.
villain. She steals things.
Isn't that neat?
She steals that dinglehopper and the snores flat.
Thingamajig.
You want Thingamabob? She's got 20.
Yeah.
Who cares? No big
She's
deal.
a thief. She's a thief. She stole that big statue too.
She did.
That sort
I
of
picked
just
her
sank
disco.
to the bottom. It's just sort of there.
Well, she swam it into her cave. It didn't, crash land into the ocean and then, roll into her cave and stand up straight. She stole it.
Well, you know what? It wasn't Ariel who put it there. It was a surprise from Flounder.
Oh, okay.
Let's get this right. Okay?
Flounder is her cohort.
So
Her cohort?
if we do see the Little Mermaid and Ursula and all that, do you think we're gonna see Sebastian and Flounder? Do you think that's gonna get thrown in here?
Oh God.
How the hell would they make fish out of crab?
Okay. Granted, they did show Lumiere, but
That's true, but he
how
was
the hell are they gonna make Flounder? I don't know.
he was an enchanted candlestick. It's a little bit different than an actual fish and an actual crab.
Speaking of which, this is completely obscure too, but Chip, you remember? We all knew the story of Beauty and the Beast from that all those things were inanimate objects. They were all people. And I remember the first time when Belle, when she was Lacey, when she threw the cup and shattered it, I just I got crushed, and it wasn't because
You killed everyone.
It wasn't because it was a symbol of their love, but it's you killed Chip.
Chip. Yeah.
You killed the little boy.
I mean, Gus.
You
Gus was a
horrible
person and he was a mouse. Jiminy was a cricket and he's a man.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no reason why you can't do that with a fish.
I agree.
I know a fish.
I just don't see it happening. I don't
don't
know. I don't know.
They might make a reference to it or something when they serve her a dinner or something. There'll be a crab and a fish on it.
That would be awful.
That's kind of cruel.
That would be awful. Don't do that. And what, Nemo's gonna be in the fish tank next to them?
Oh, I just had oh, my brain did a thing. Wait.
Doing that.
Your brain did a thing. Okay.
It's completely unrelated, but I just read the notes and it says, find the writer of the book. We have the sorcerer's hat. What if the sorcerer is the writer of the book?
Yeah. Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
So,
It's
all right,
Mickey Mouse.
we're completely going out of sequence
Yes,
here.
it's Mickey.
But
It's the apprentice.
But okay, so the Sorcerer's Apprentice, since Clio brought this up. All right, Sorcerer's Apprentice was from Fantasia. Right? His name was Master Yen Sid, which Yen Sid is actually Disney backwards.
Yes.
So I think that's not only the creator of the book. I think that's his house that they're in. Because why else would this hat be on display?
Because I thought that it was the Mad Hatter's house.
Mad Hatter's house?
She said it appeared when they came back the second time.
Yeah.
So they don't know whose house it is.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
so it's somebody that we haven't been introduced to in Storybrooke yet.
That's that's gonna be good. Ooh, I can't wait.
Your brain did a thing.
My brain did. Did you hear what John said? He said it's called a thought.
I love
Thank you, John.
I love John.
Thank you.
But
this is what happens when you get the four of us together.
How do you think they're going to approach Master Yen Sid? Are they going to take the Fantasia approach where he was like super creepy and like you didn't really know where his attentions were? Or do you think they're going to go with like what we've learned of him afterwards now that he's been in...
thing too.
Where he's been in Kingdom Hearts 2?
What if Gold, like before he turned gold, was actually like the apprentice of the...
No. The apprentice has been in Kingdom Hearts 2. He's been in some cartoons.
He is also Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse, come on. Mickey Mouse is the apprentice. They're going to have a freaking mouse walk around going,
No. But like he's the Beast and like he's all those things. Is he also Mickey Mouse?
He's also...
He seemed like he discovered that. Like he didn't know it was there. He's
he looked at it. He looked at like he knew what it was.
But but maybe he knows who the Sorcerer's Apprentice is. Maybe he knows like who Master Yen Sid is. He probably recognizes that hat as like a more powerful wizard than him.
It's Ian McClellan.
He's always the wizard.
Which is awesome because we really haven't seen a more powerful wizard than Rumple.
The Wizard of Oz?
No, they have to get Ian McClellan to play Master Yen Sid.
I'll see.
They have to.
Ian McKellen? Oh my god.
Yeah, it's perfect.
But then who's there? Well, if the house is there, then the person that owns the house is there.
Not necessarily.
Not in the house. They could be in Storybrooke.
They could be in Storybrooke, just not in the house.
Especially with this sorcerer. He goes out a lot. Like he left Mickey alone to clean up the place while he did whatever he did.
That was a bad idea. That was such a bad idea.
Yeah, it was.
But like I was saying, in Fantasia, he's represented as like this really mean guy. Like that's what you get out of watching Fantasia.
Right.
But if you've ever played Kingdom Hearts 2, or you've watched any of the House of Mouse cartoons and stuff that he's been in, he's actually a much more laid-back, comedic kind of guy, and he really gets it.
As the evil,
he was angry,
though. But he wasn't.
Yeah, he was angry. I mean,
never thought him as mad.
Mickey took his hat and started causing chaos. Wouldn't you be pissed off if your house was all flooded and shit? Come on now.
Brooms and walking around with pails and crap. I know. I don't think he was mad. I don't think he was evil or mad.
He was just
angry that this mouse decided to take his hat.
Yeah, use magic
Another lesson
irresponsibly.
Don't take people's hats.
He had one job to do.
Yeah. One job.
To
clean and to fill his bathtub. That was it.
Bibbidi bobbidi boo. So
that's neat.
I know. This is a fairy tale show. I get cross fairy tales. They do it all the time on this show. Why can't I do it?
I want to bring back Cinderella and them as her family.
Okay, so I'll get into that theory in a minute. Let's focus for a minute.
Go back to sorry. I'm sorry.
Remind me if I forget by the end of the podcast if I don't mention Cinderella, because I do have something to say on that, but we'll get to that at the end. So they did the whole Beauty and the Beast thing, like Belle and Rumple. This is the day after they're married now. They go in the house. They have their honeymoon. Just beforehand, Rumple had sat down in front of Neil's gravestone, and he had this little like heart-to-heart with the stone, and
he was revealing his secrets too, so he was getting things off his chest.
Right, and
I wanted to standing behind him.
I would have loved to see Neil. I think we were all expecting him, and I think the fact that they did not put him in made that more powerful.
I wasn't expecting him. I knew he
Even
wasn't
a
going to return.
measurement
I mean,
of
I
him.
follow some of the actors on Twitter, and they've said they wish he was possible to return, but all speculations is he's not returning.
They said that they're very open to having him in flashbacks, the producers and stuff like that. So
Well, just like
No, I didn't mean Neil standing there. I just meant
but
somebody.
just like Sheriff Graham, but he's working on that super sexy movie right now.
50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah.
Oh,
Officer
really?
Graham. Yeah, he's
Graham is Christian Grey.
Even the thought of that book becoming a movie is a horrible idea.
So,
but he looks super sexy in the pictures. I'm sorry.
So then when they get into the house, Rumple switches the daggers back, right? So now I'm like, I started thinking, like, they wouldn't do this if that was the end of it. Right? They wouldn't have even brought this story in the first place if this was going to be the end of it. So I'm thinking Belle's going to find the fake one.
I think it's the real one.
Yes.
The fact that he doesn't destroy it right away kind of leads to that.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, it's not about the fake dagger, because he can hide that with magic, but it's that he's taking the real dagger out of her purse. He's not treating her like an equal. He's not treating her like a smart person that could possibly help him with things. He's lying to her still.
Yeah.
And I'm still mad.
He's scared that she won't like him, kind of thing. You know how boys are stupid.
How much have they been through already?
Exactly, but boys are still stupid. Men are boys. Men are just little boys, and they're still stupid.
Such an idiot.
I don't feel bad about my sexist comment earlier in the show now.
Hey,
I
I'm
have nothing to say.
as an individual stupid. I'm not calling men stupid.
No, Rachel was.
I know.
So that's why I said I don't feel bad anymore. But then...
I'm old and crotchety.
Still bad.
But
You
then
should
Rumple played the Tale as Old as Time song on the record player. And they had their little dance in the yellow dress and the white suit vest thing.
Clio got all big clapped.
She got all choked up.
I got my clap. Talk amongst yourselves.
So I need to ask you guys.
Yes.
Did he do that because they watched the Disney cartoon movie and you knew he was supposed to do that?
Yes.
They've
already made references to stories and they're like movies and things. And so I'm sure he's probably seen it and she's seen it, so it was probably moment. Which isn't an moment to me. I think that'd be corny.
Well,
Welcome back.
well, we've already established that the characters know of their cartoons. Like we had
story order.
We had Balefire reference or Neil reference to Mulan that he watched the Mulan Disney movie. So in this universe, they are very aware of themselves. Even Charming made a reference to one of the movies in season 3.
Who did?
Charming.
Charming. Oh, Charming. Okay.
Yeah, and
well, I was going to say, because Bay is different because
Right.
he
grew up
lived
here.
Right.
in our...
Yeah.
I don't remember the
So that's
specific, but I know Charming had mentioned something. But like it's not out of the realm of possibilities that they've seen these movies. It that one gets me because if Beauty and the Beast, this book is based off of them, then the movie was out, and it hurts my brain because how would the movie know before they did it? And it's whatever. But it was a cool scene. It was a little throwback, and I understand that they were doing it as a nod to the fans, but still it hurts my brain trying to piece together the timeline.
What if that
You
dress
hurt
and
my
that
brain.
suit just happened to line up with the movie and it was an accident?
Maybe.
Why would he pick such a tacky suit to dance with a pretty lady in a pretty dress? Like, seriously.
Well, he's not the most fashionable person in.
Come on. Crocodile suit, that's pretty damn cool.
I did like the crocodile suit.
See?
Could do without the collar.
Yeah. So then we had Regina was another big thing going into this episode. What we thought was going to go on with her. How do you think she handled herself with Maid Marian?
It was to be expected.
A lot better than I would have.
Yeah, I would have killed that bitch right then there. I'd be like, you're dead.
I would have said, oh,
All right.
what happened?
Ladies, calm down. It's not Marion's fault.
It's Marion's fault.
Emma's fault.
To die. And Regina knew that. And as soon as she saw what Marion was calling her monster, she saw the flashback, she knew that it just wasn't right.
She's still gonna go back and cause some ruckus.
She's gotta go back, man.
She's gonna find the author. She doesn't care about doing anything to Marion anymore. She's looking for the author.
Yeah, she had two options. Her first was she wanted to go back in time.
Which is the sorcerer.
Right. Yeah, she wanted to go back time travel. Like, she had that little thing. And we know that it's kind of technically possible because that wand existed, and if that came back into the pawn shop, and it could create any spell that had already been cast, you know, so technically that can happen.
Now Rumple has the hat, and I'm pretty sure the hat is capable of doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah. But the hat's not all of it.
No,
like,
it's a good chunk, though.
I know he's already a good, sorcerer, but
it's a cat.
Hat's not. Yeah.
Marion would have went up in like a fiery accident.
I would have been okay with that.
I would too. Oops. I'd have no control over my powers anymore. Sorry.
Elsa's gonna freeze her.
Oh God, please. Oh, what happened? Elsa's gonna freeze her, and then Regina's gonna be all nice and like defrost her with her fire and actually burn her.
Well, I mean, Regina's already saved Marion, and Marion is already like, hold on, wait, maybe she's not evil.
I don't care! Marion needs to leave!
She needs to get out of town.
Rachel is extremely drunk tonight.
No, I'm not actually.
Ladies, behave yourself, or I'm going to be the one to walk out of the frame.
It's my extreme hate.
You're driving Clio out of here.
Can't handle the hate right now.
That's Regina's
I don't know.
plan.
It's a little cold where I am. I should have brought a jacket.
The ones who want to work for her, though.
It's a bit nipply.
So that's pretty evil.
So, instantly, Regina's fallback was Sydney.
Sydney's back!
I heard his voice, and I was like, oh my God. I like flipped out, and I had to pause, I had to walk around a little bit, calm myself down, sit down. I was so happy.
But not
I
only...
knew as soon as she opened the door.
Not only is... I knew as soon as she was walking down the hospital.
Yeah, I knew who she was going
I mean, I knew as soon as she picked up the mirror shards and, like, after she broke the mirror in her house. But that's only because we had already discussed off-season that Sydney was coming back, so didn't really realize it was going to happen this soon, but...
yeah, really.
But yeah, but as soon as I saw that mirror, I knew. But not only is Sydney back, but the magic mirror is back.
Yes.
He did not seem too happy about that.
Like that, just stuck in the back.
He did not
she goes,
seem
don't
happy.
worry, it's only temporary.
It's okay, it's totally only temporary. No, he's going to be in there all season.
Well, he probably will be, but you know. I think it shocked him too that, he's like, well, do you want me to kill her? She's like, no.
Yeah.
Me, I would have been,
I mean, Regina's going to come, I want her to kill Marion because I want her to be happy because Regina's my homie. But
Regina, that's not how
she's gonna come back and she's gonna realize that what she's doing is wrong, and then she's gonna release Sydney, and he's not gonna be in there the whole time. It is gonna be temporary, like she said, and somebody meaner is gonna come into the equation.
If
you know who that is.
If we don't want Regina to kill Marion, then fine, let's do this. Robin's going to realize that he lived without her for so long that his feelings for her are non-existent, gets a divorce, and goes back to Regina.
But
there's no divorces in the Enchanted Forest.
You don't know that they're not in the Enchanted Forest anymore. Maybe because they got married in the Enchanted Forest, their marriage is null and void.
I don't think we watched the same episode. I really don't. Because Robin already said why he wasn't going to leave her. It's because he made a vow and
he's a wild man. He sticks to his word.
Yeah, but he's not going to be able to resist his feelings.
Can we talk about Frozen now, please? Please, can we talk about Frozen?
Well, no, hold on. I'm gonna help Clio. I'm gonna help Clio on this one. I think.
Let's just let it go.
Oh, you did not. Well, see, I guess I don't know whose side this would be. Maybe it's actually Rachel's side. If Tinkerbell said that Robin is her soulmate,
Her true love.
her true love, her soulmate, doesn't that mean Marion's going to be out of the picture at some point in the future?
Well, no.
Not necessarily now, but in the future.
In the future, maybe.
Yeah.
Or
So
did
it
Emma
just means-
change that?
We're just gonna have to wait.
It just means that they are in love. They have true love. They've told each other, and Robin even said, "I love you, but I'm married to Marion, and I can't leave her."
True love will win out.
And they have a kid together. I mean, he's probably feeling the obligation card right now.
Yes, it is the obligation card.
That's really, really bad.
Yeah. Okay, so who wants to build a snowman?
Me.
There is no snow, so.
What are you talking about? Look behind me.
Yeah, see,
you're in
there's so much
Connecticut.
stuff.
I'm in New York. You're in Connecticut. There's.
It's really
I'm
cold
getting in
here.
the car right now. We're gonna build a snowman.
Yeah.
Awesome. I will.
Come on,
I will
let's
come
go
and
outside and
observe.
play.
Can I build a
I will
sandman in the
supervise because I ain't
Bahamas?
touching no snow.
Can I make a sandman in the Bahamas?
Yes.
No.
Let's go to the
Get
Bahamas.
some Mai Tais on the beach with some little cabana boys.
So-
Let's make Olaf out of sand.
What were you guys thoughts on Elsa's, like, what was going through Elsa's mind when she's walking through Storybrooke for the first time, seeing cars and motorcycles and things
a little
Scared.
freaked out.
Really
I don't think she was scared about her surroundings. More or less the people that she
She
didn't
was scared.
recognize.
I mean,
she was
well-
scared, but
Obviously.
when she realized she was being chased, that's when she decided to summon a big snowman. A snow golem?
Well, they said
Yeah,
the more,
snuggle.
Yeah.
you know, like in the movie, the more she got agitated and scared, the stronger her powers were. And so she had to calm herself because her powers were starting to freak out.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
as far as, buildings go and signs and things, yes, they're a little bit more modernized, but they're probably something more that she's used to because when she realized she had to go to the pawn shop, it was like, her ice trail was gone, the snowflakes were gone, she had determination.
She was calm.
confident. Yeah, she was focused on what she wanted to do. I think just knowing, probably the big trigger was the car coming at her face.
The van.
Yeah, like,
Which
Why?
brings me-
First of all, why would you let Sleepy drive?
Yeah. Why would you have a designated driver as a narcoleptic?
Of all
Because Grumpy was smashed at his freaking tree and he didn't care as long as somebody, not him, was driving. I mean, you
No,
can't drink
he-
driving, right?
He said,
Of all
"No
the seven
fear, it's
dwarfs.
worth this."
Out of all the seven dwarfs, why Sleepy?
Yeah, right. He had 7 dwarfs.
He would have been better off with Stealthy driving the car.
Stealthy.
Dumb.
Not a dwarf.
Oh, he
Stealth-
was.
Stealthy
he died.
was. He was the 8th dwarf.
He died.
Died.
He's dead. That was my joke.
And
He died saving snow.
But that wasn't his name. Wasn't Stealthy, was it?
It
Yeah,
was.
it was Stealthy.
It was Stealthy. Oh, I
Yep.
didn't know.
Mm.
Remember he broke Leroy and Snow White out of the Queen's jail?
Mm-hmm.
And then he got an arrow or something into his back.
Okay.
he took
And
an
his
arrow
knee.
to the knee.
Oh God. But he's not adventuring anymore.
No, he's...
Definitely not.
I hate all of
He
you.
took one last adventure straight up.
Oh my god. So, Regina ends up being the one that stops the snow golem. I mean, the
Way to
ice
go,
golem.
Regina.
After
She thought about it. She thought about letting that snow golem just stomp on them.
well, it was after Emma used light
Right.
magic, which had absolutely no effect on this thing, first and
It's
foremost.
because Emma's just useless.
Well, Emma's not focused.
Mm.
She's useless.
She hasn't used her magic enough to.
Yeah.
She needs to, go
Learn.
somewhere.
Oh wait, what if she's gonna be the sorcerer's apprentice?
Oh.
That'd be good for her though.
It's gonna be
That would
nobody
be-
we know. If you're talking about the master, are you talking about Master
No,
Jensen?
the apprentice.
The apprentice.
Who the
Yeah, if
apprentice is
she's-
gonna be.
Master's
She's
gonna
the-
come
if
into
she's
play
his
and
apprentice.
he's gonna teach her.
She becomes his apprentice.
That would be good.
She's Mickey Mouse.
I could see that. I could see that. Marshmallow. His name is Marshmallow. Lee Silver in chat. Is that the name of the ice golem's name? Marshmallow.
Oh, is that really? That'd be adorbs.
It would
No,
be.
but
Stay Puft the Marshmallow Man.
she thought about letting that snow golem stomp on Marion. Of course,
She wasn't gonna do.
The thing
Why
is,
She's a good guy now.
It could be two ways. I mean, she could have been like, yeah, I'm going to save Marion, or I'm going to make sure that Marion thinks I saved her so that she feels nice. You know, she's going to treat me nicer.
Get her
so I
close.
Closer to Robin.
Keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer.
Yeah.
Now, listen, Regina is actually a good guy now. She has a conscience. She couldn't just let Marion die. She
Couple of
couldn't.
those smirks she did, I was really contemplating.
The Apprentice could be Henry. That's what Lee's saying in chat. It could be Henry.
Could be Henry.
I like that too, because you know he does have
Love
magic
that.
in his bloodlines, big time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but why do you think Regina changed her mind and didn't kill Marion? Because she could have
She
very
had a
well let it happen. Robin was knocked out. He didn't see Regina
Doesn't
even
matter.
there.
And Marion's
She has
gonna
a-
tell him.
She
Jiminy
loves
on
Robin.
now.
He's on her shoulder, Jiminy. Just don't do it. Don't do it.
She loves Robin enough to let him choose, let him decide. And I think eventually he will choose Regina.
Who knows?
Hopefully.
Well, I think that Marion's a stand-up person. I think that
Oh, she's a great person. I'm
She'll
just not liking her.
she'll see that Robin doesn't love her anymore, and hopefully she'll be the one to leave because Robin's too good of a man to break his vow.
Oh, that's such a rough situation because there's a kid
Well,
involved.
Yeah, well,
Eh.
what's the kid's name? I forget his name.
Kid.
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 Does
George.
it start with an R?
We don't care.
Wow,
I
that's
think it start with, I can't remember. Oh god, we're gonna go Google
totally
this.
blanking out on it now.
Lay, tell us. What's the kid's name? You gotta know, right? It's George. It's George.
It's not George. Roland.
I said it started with an R.
Yep.
Roland.
Yeah,
Ah.
Oh.
I
Oh.
knew it.
I think maybe Regina's gonna try to win over Roland
She already has.
Yeah.
more
we
so
know-
than his own mother.
But I mean, we know what Regina's plan is now. It is to find the author of the book.
Right.
Whatever she has, like, I don't think she has a plan interpersonally right now with Robin and the kid and Marion. She wants to find the author of the book. That's her goal.
Author
Right
of
now.
the book to change the book so she can have her happily ever after with Robin.
Yes,
See,
exactly.
And secretly, all this time, I was hoping that the author of the book was August.
I never even gave it a thought. I didn't think it was written by anyone. I thought that the Enchanted Forest just made the book and gave it to Henry. You know?
That it was, just a compilation of, everybody's imagination. Well, not imagination, but their stories coming together in a magical form without just for
Yeah, I
documentation.
thought it just happened.
See,
Yeah.
the way that I'm looking at it now, after knowing this, is I think somebody in the Enchanted Forest has been chronicling their history, and the book just happened to get taken with the curse.
Well, what I think,
Kind of like Mr. Gold's shop, but instead of it ending there, it ends up in Snow's closet for
But-
some reason.
but the fact that the book keeps on updating and
Yeah.
keeps changing makes me think that the sorcerer made it so that it would keep accurate logs and it would do it all by itself.
Yeah.
Good possibly, yeah.
So would he just be the creator of the book, or would he really be the author? Because, that's different. You're creating a
That's
magical entity, whereas you're not really writing the story or illustrating it or anything. So,
Because the book's always been more than just a book.
yeah, it's magical. It does keep up to date. The story changes as their lives change.
Right. Have we seen future events change in it? Like, we've seen when they went in the past, we saw pages wiped out and we saw replacement stuff in there. But have we seen just random new stuff pop in there? Like, other than that one episode?
I think there's future stuff in that. There's ever been future things in that book,
No.
has there?
I think you're meaning like present time being updated, right, from the past,
Well, because I
Like
can
the
understand if it
story
was changed from
continues.
that particular episode, but, like, I don't
I don't think so. I don't think they haven't really spent very much time on the book. And
Not since the first season.
Yeah, and I think this season they're going to, because she's going to be looking for the author, so we're probably going to be looking at the book a little more closely.
So it's very possible this could be chronologized history somebody took, and it was only updated with the events of the past when they went back and changed it, because that's what would have happened.
You're right, that's possible.
Yeah. So.
This isn't the first time something's changed in the book.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The only other time things were changed was when August added them in physically.
Oh.
He sewed them back into the book. He rebound the book.
Yeah, I remember that.
I don't think he added anything. I just think he...
No, he did. He said he admitted to it afterwards.
There were pages missing at one point, and he came and he fixed them.
Yeah. Remember he...
So he didn't really add them, he just put back what was missing.
I don't know if they were missing. It looked like he was typing pages up. He sat there on his typewriter, he was typing pages up.
Did you just hear what she said?
Yeah, it's not that they were missing.
There were the pages missing, and he added them back. So it wasn't like he was writing them.
No, he was typing, though.
Yeah, he was at one point, but I mean, like, he could have remade the pages to fix
exactly.
it again.
He was just redoing the page. He wasn't adding. He was just redoing it. You know, the pages that were ripped or something.
No, because Henry clearly said there are now stories in here that were not in here before. That is a direct quote from Henry.
Okay.
I just rewatched this whole season. I watched from episode 1 over the whole summer.
Okay.
It's very fresh in my mind.
All right. But there were pages missing, so he could have added and fixed at the same time.
Yeah, he definitely added some, because I know what was the story that he was talking about to his mother, or to Emma? I don't remember the exact story now.
It's fresh in his mind.
It is, like, not the exact details, but...
The things that August changed were about him, right?
No, they weren't just about him. He was including fairy tales that were not previously in the book. I think the Mad Hatter might have been one of them. I think that was the case. The Mad Hatter was not in the book at all, and he added the Mad Hatter, and that's how he got to know about the daughter, and I remember that they were all like super interested in the daughter, but the Mad Hatter previously wasn't in the book.
I think he did to make Emma believe.
Yeah, probably. So, what do you guys think of Sven and Kristoff?
Kristoff?
They did a very good job with those.
Sven was so cute.
Yeah,
Sven was adorable. Kristoff. Why did they pick that actor? Maybe he can do the job right, but I just don't think he fits.
He shouldn't have gotten a haircut. He should have the shaggy hair.
He's not as big as he should be. I mean, in the movie, he's very Scandinavian, broad shoulders. You know, the blockhead. Believe me, I should know this. But he didn't have that, and you could tell his hair was dyed, and it just. I mean, this story is a Scandinavian story, so I mean, come on now, get with it. You needed a guy with big shoulders.
We need Thor.
No, that would be too girly.
Thor.
He'd be too girly. Not muscular, just broad shoulders.
Yes, true.
We need Hercules.
Very square, you know.
Hercules.
Angular, but yeah.
Oh, that is... Lay just pointed out that's what it was. He said, one of the quotes you're thinking of is in season 2. Henry said that Frankenstein is not in the book.
Yeah, as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, crap, that's what's going on there.
Yep.
That's why we can't think of it.
Yeah. But, so, then she's hunting down Anna's necklace through the thing. She sees it in the shop, like, so in the newspaper, which was talking about Belle and Rumpel's wedding. The headline of the newspaper said something about a hiking trail, which didn't mention their wedding, which is really weird. But anyway, she goes to
That's where they got married, was on a hiking trail.
Right.
Yeah. By the well in the forest.
But I don't think the newspaper knew that they were... I don't know. That's where they had their honeymoon, not the wedding.
No, they got married in the woods.
Yeah, they got married by the well.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, and they did say in season 2, the end of season 2, that it was on a hiking trail. Because I remember when the other dude, which I can't remember his name now, but Pan's agent called Regina because Henry was wandering through the woods and like
Felix?
No,
No.
the other guy that
It was Adam and somebody.
no,
Wasn't it?
no, the guy that crashed his car into Storybrooke.
Oh, that got hospitalized?
Yes.
That
guy. He called and he asked where the hiking trail was or something, and Henry said, "Oh, it's over here." Because that guy said he was bird watching. Anyway, so they go to she goes to the pawn shop. She finds the necklace, but the necklace looked like it was damaged to me. Did you guys catch that?
Yeah,
yeah,
it
totally
was
was
tarnished,
damaged.
and part of the
Side
Leak.
the points on the snowflake were broken off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think happened to Anna?
Well, it was it before the
Troll roll?
Wars?
That's what I was going to say. Was it before or after the troll wars?
It must have been before.
I don't know. They haven't
Yeah,
discussed
I
that.
I don't know.
so-
Maybe I'm like, going ahead because I might have stumbled across something when I was reading, but I don't remember, to be honest.
Well, I mean, I think that necklace has been sitting around for a very long time.
Probably.
Yeah. Well,
If the if the necklace is in Storybrooke
Yeah.
and
Must
in the
have been
pawn
in
shop, then it's in. She's there somewhere.
Enchanted Forest. Yes, you're right.
well, not
she's so-
everybody came back from the Enchanted Forest. I mean, there was that little speck of land that wasn't touched, and who knows what else.
Yeah, but usually everything that's in Gold's shop is someone's there in town.
Yeah. Is tied to someone who's in Storybrooke.
Mm-hmm.
Where would she be? Would Regina have her locked up somewhere?
Maybe. Maybe she lost her memory.
Well, they all lost their memory at one point, didn't they?
Yep. Everybody has lost their memory at one point or another. So, I just looked up the book real quick because when Lee pointed out in chat, the Mad Hatter was in the book, and then the Frankenstein. Frankenstein was never in the book. It was mentioned that there's other stories, other fairy tales that exist that are not exclusive to this book. So that was never in the book. But it said when it was about August and Pinocchio. Pinocchio is what was not in the book. And Henry informs Emma at dinner Pinocchio had recently been added to the storybook. So
So he added his own story.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
See, I knew it was his. I knew he added his own.
yeah, so that's what he changed in the book. So that's how new information got added into the book there. So those are the only two situations that I remember that anything was added to the book, is when August altered it and when the time travel altered it. So it could actually be a chronicled history book that just happened to be affected by the curse. But I'm sure we're going to find more out about that.
Yeah, definitely. I
I
mean,
hope it's an entity.
It's kind of a
It is.
question that
Yeah,
I've
me
had
too.
in my mind, and I know, Clio, you said that you never really thought of it. It's been something that has been bothering me, but I didn't think they ever would address it. I just figured that they would have left it as this crazy item that just does whatever it does, and there's no explanation behind it. But the fact they're actually addressing it actually really excites me. As soon as Regina mentioned that, I was like, oh my god, yes, because now I know that they're going to answer it. It's gonna happen at some point.
Regina's gonna find out who
Yeah.
did it. Yeah.
Yep. So that's super exciting. All right, so real quick, the Cinderella thing that I wanted to talk about.
Yes.
I've accepted the fact now that Cinderella and Anastasia, whatever, I accept that. Okay. I don't agree with it, but I'm accepting it.
Okay.
Okay. So my theory is something is going to have happened between Will Scarlet and Cinderella while they were in Storybrooke during the curse, because we know Will was in Storybrooke during that time.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking something probably happened with them, and Anastasia finds out that she was messing around with her stepsister, and that's what brings Will to leave Anastasia and come to back to Storybrooke.
I don't think that's it.
Because Anastasia is not coming with him, so they have to make some kind of excuse as to why she's not on the show anymore.
She's the queen and can't leave the land?
Yeah, true. I mean, you can't explain that away because we know that their love is true love. It broke a curse. So you can't just be like, oh, I'm mad that you slept with my stepsister.
But her stepsister has a kid with her husband. And
I think it's possible.
I think what I think is he comes back, he's going to meet up again with Robin, and that whole thing's good.
Yes.
Yeah. Definitely, because he's had a lot of past with that. They did say
and
they
if
were going
Maleficent's
to
coming back, there you go.
They did say they were going to address Will Scarlet for those people who have never watched Wonderland. They're going to retell his origin. So we are going to see the whole Robin Hood thing again. That's going to happen.
Well, and if Maleficent's supposed to come back, well, then there you go. You got to set up for her.
Yeah, that's the perfect tie-in, too.
But they also said that they're going to explain why Will had to leave Anna and Wonderland. So it's no longer Alice in Wonderland. It's Anna in Wonderland.
Anna in Wonderland. Can we discuss the whole Swan and Hook?
Absolutely not.
Oh, okay. Well, too damn bad.
Emma, she does not deserve Hook. She does not. She's throwing him around and using him as a rug right now, avoiding him, and he's like...
Those are bold statements.
He's so in love with her, and she's treating him like shit.
She invited him back to her house to watch Netflix.
And I know that's funny. I know I probably said this last season to death, but she's not the kind of person that just throws herself into something, even if she feels it.
She's very cautious. She's very guarded, and she wants to... She's very much self-preservation kind of person.
Yes. And she can't, I don't think her brain can't have fun when she knows something is happening. She needs to be prepared.
I mean, look how long it took her to freaking believe in all this.
Scar.
Oh my god.
Emma and Regina are going to hook up.
You just have to.
You cannot ship that. That is disgusting.
It's already got two mothers.
No. Dawn, leave. Out.
No, Regina. No. That is the worst ship ever. Emma and Regina, come on.
What?
They've kind of had this like love-hate thing this whole time.
Swan Queen. Have you not seen that ship?
That is horrible.
That's a real thing. That's not me making that up. That's a real thing that people are doing.
I sail that ship.
No.
Like Anna did, right?
We got two for Swan Queen, right?
No.
Yeah, I'm down for Swan.
Me and Clio versus you two.
To me, it's like two sisters or a mother-daughter getting. That's just nasty.
Oh, mother. That's how I see it.
They're both Henry's mother.
They're both Henry's mother.
But the way they act together, either it reminds me of a mother-daughter relationship or a sister relationship, and
they're Henry's mothers.
I don't care what they are. The way they act together. No. Ew.
Embrace it.
No.
Embrace the ew.
Search your feelings.
I don't want to embrace any shape.
Okay.
No.
We'll embrace it when you embrace us killing Marion.
Yes. There you go. Negotiations.
You guys are actually really serious about that. Like, you would murder Marion yourselves.
You would. I'm actually afraid that if we went to like a convention and the actress that played Marion was there, I would have to hold Rachel back.
Nothing about the actress. It's the character. The character can go.
No, I know, but I'd still be scared for her.
I would be like,
such a good person. Would you guys really murder such a good person?
You're a really great actress. I just don't like your character.
Die is a strong word.
If
she could just go somewhere.
If you were in Storybrooke, would you kill her?
Accidentally.
They would put her in a position to be killed.
So basically what you're telling me is they're the Jigsaw from the horror movie Saw. They're the Jigsaw of Once Upon a Time.
There might be a little accident, fire in her clothes or something, but Oh, God. Or a pit with a whole bunch of tigers in it.
Lee just said you can't ship Emma and Regina, a step-grandmother and a step-granddaughter. Okay, I'll take that much. But the second part is the best. Also, the first thing that Hook and Emma should do is when they go back to their house to watch Netflix, is watch the Back to the Future trilogy.
There you go.
All those Back to the Future jokes that were made the night before, they have to.
That's what they should write. That's what they should watch.
Yes.
They probably should have said something like that in the actual show so that people could actually laugh at that episode.
Before I ask final thoughts, I had one of my own. The troll. What did you guys think of the stone trolls?
Oh, they're so cute.
He's perfect.
They look just like in the movie.
The CGI was great.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back to the green screen thing. That was bad.
Well,
but the CGI was good.
Yeah. They've never had amazing backgrounds.
It's ever been good.
No.
But they couldn't really just go into a weird, outdoor setting and go, this is Arendelle, because we've already seen what Arendelle looks like.
It looks like it was a setting that they did, like, not filmed on location, but it looks like they went somewhere else and got somebody to film footage for them and brought that back.
It looked kind of like a
necessarily
props.
CGI.
It looks like props or something.
I don't know.
No,
it was made in a prop
house. It just looked like
something.
an off-location shoot.
This summer, I walked through a path that looked almost exactly like the troll area up in Canada. So, I mean, it is possible for someone to go shoot that area and then they just green screen it.
Yeah.
It does. I mean, the rocks do.
It's
look
a lot
like
less expensive
natural.
than second unit
Yeah.
out there.
Instead of dragging all their production crew and everything out there, just
they might have
one or two
done
cameras with some lights.
They might have done like the pictures of like Arendelle like in the market, stuff like that back in Hollywood, and then just sent it up.
Yeah.
Did it on a sound stage.
Okay, so before we get into the synopsis for next week, you guys have any other final thoughts on this episode?
I like all of the Frozen things, and it's perfect.
See, I got a lot of people going, oh my god, this was such an amazing episode. And, I went in with really high hopes. And then, basically because a lot of the other shows I've been watching have really good reviews, like the Bones premiere. And everybody was like, oh my god, I hate, but I love this show. So I watched it, the premiere of this season, and I wanted to shoot people, but then cry, but then, jump around and be happy. So I went in to this episode thinking it was going to be the same thing. And so it was great, but I wasn't excited. Super excited.
I was excited that they kept true to the movie, the Frozen movie. Granted, I've seen it
that was good.
10 million times because, I have a 10-year-old. And, so. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad they kept it.
Yeah,
true to the story and stuff.
I liked every bit of this episode.
I thought it was good.
Like everyone.
They had a lot of different things that you could see, you could foreshadowing. Okay, they could do this, and this season and stuff like that. So it made you kind of excited, going, okay, what are they gonna do?
You guys typically know me that I am not a fan of season premieres at all. I actually despise them, and they're my least forward episode I have to look to. I've watched this particular episode 3.5 times.
Okay,
and he never watches a show more than once.
Only one thing I was wondering: what happened to Anna's streak?
Well, it goes away. Doesn't it go away at the end of the movie when
I think she still had it.
Frozen Heart.
You have watched this movie 100+ times, Rachel. You should know this.
I haven't watched it in like 2 months, so
you should still know this.
I know. No, I think it was still there.
Well, we'll look it up for next week. We'll see.
All right, so next week the episode is called.
No, wait! I have one more thing. I want to take Gold by the shoulder, shake him, and just yell, "Tell her."
We all do.
He's not gonna do it. He's not
gonna happen.
Belle's gonna find out on her own, and it's gonna be bad.
Being a dumb butt.
Well, she'll forgive him.
And she'll end up forgiving him, and it'll be
I feel
all
like
better.
This is the last straw, though.
No, it's not gonna be, because she's gonna end up pregnant.
Way to use a straw pun with a guy that spins it into gold.
She'll say this is the last straw. She'll find out she's pregnant, and then she'll get back to him.
Cleo's mad at me.
Because it wasn't intentional until you mentioned it, and then it's like, oh, you bastard.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, so next week the episode is called Whiteout, and the synopsis is actually one of my favorites that I've read thus far, and it's because of the very end. But while desperately trying to find her sister Anna, Elsa is startled by Emma and accidentally traps them both inside an ice cave, with the frozen temperature placing Emma's life in peril. Regina, so that's going to be interesting. So Elsa and Emma are both going to be trapped together. We'll see how that plays out.
Emma's going to feel like me when I was living up in Canada.
Yeah, pretty much. Regina, depressed over her likely breakup with Robin Hood, secludes herself away from the town and Henry, which saddens her son. With the township considering Mary Margaret their leader, she faces her first leadership task in trying to restart a generator and restore the town's electricity after Elsa freezes and damages the power lines. Does not look like Jennifer Goodwin. No, what's her name? Goodwin?
Jennifer Goodwin, yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't look like she's too active right now. It looks like she's got to still take it a bit easy. Because she did have a real childbirth, and she got married, you know, and so I have a feeling that's why she's kind of the town leadership role in this. But
because when they started filming it, the baby was only a month or so old. It wasn't that old.
Yeah. But here's the kicker. Meanwhile, in the enchanted forest of the past, Anna tries to teach a meek David to fight Bo Peep, a brutal warlord who is threatening to take his and his mother's farm away if they don't pay her price.
Bo Peep fricked up that necklace.
Bo Peep is a warlord?
Bo Peep is a warlord.
Bo Peep and her sheep. Her sheep. Her gang of sheep.
It's a herd of sheep. Thank you.
It's a flock.
Is it a flock?
It's a flock of sheep.
You look out on the horizon of the hill and it's just lined with sheep.
Is it a herd of sheep or a flock of sheep?
And that's a flock of seagulls.
And I ran so far away.
Is she gonna have the little crib? I can't. How is she gonna have the pink dress and the little towels? I can't be afraid of that.
You guys are assuming. You guys are assuming that Bo Peep is going to be a female in this iteration.
She's gonna have plate mail.
Okay, if it's a guy named Bo Peep, he has more problems than.
Well, no, listen.
I've never heard of any females' first names as Bo. I've heard male names Bo.
Listen, why would you make it a female? You have so many females who are very good fighters.
Mm-hmm.
Some better than the men. And why would Bo Peep not be a female?
I'm just looking at the name. If the first name is Bo.
Is the little boy Blue going to be her henchman?
I'm just looking at the name Bo. And Bo, to me, is a male name.
No, I've met a lot of ladies named Bo.
Really? I've never met one.
Mm-hmm. Bo Derek. She was in 10. That's a very famous Bo, and she's a woman.
Who's that? I've never heard of them.
You never heard of Bo Derek?
No. Who's she from? Who is she from?
Regardless of how many male bows versus female bows. Oh wait, Bo from fucking Lost Girl is a female.
Lost Girl.
But it doesn't matter. The character, the storytale character is a female. So why would you not make?
She has the henchman.
Jack and the Beanstalk was a male in the story, and there's a female in the show.
I know. Yeah, I know, but why? I don't see why you would do it the other way around.
Yeah. Low boy,
I understand you going from male
to Mary quite contrary.
You have so many male characters. Why would you change a female character into a male character?
Well, why would you change Bo Peep into a freaking
warlord?
That just
how many female warlords do we know of, though?
Listen. She has a full plate mail with a giant tutu. Think about it.
And a frilly cane.
Perfect.
No, because I'm thinking in terms of how they told the Mulan story. Mulan was like the only female warrior. Everybody was still shocked that she was like this big female warrior. So to have a female warlord, to me, seems uncharacteristic to the reaction of Mulan.
This is before David became prince.
Right.
Yeah.
And this is also a different region. Mm-hmm. Like, Mulan was in a very different region of the Enchanted Forest.
What I was going to say is that recently we have had, other than Peter Pan, we've had a lot of female villains. And this is adding, it sounds like Bo Peep is going to be a villain. So, maybe they might make Bo Peep a man because they've had a lot of,
I just can't see Bo Peep as a villain, okay? I'm sorry.
I don't know, her as a warlord, it feels right.
Maybe. I mean,
Well, is Little Miss Muffet gonna be like a warlord too? What the fuck? I don't know. I just can't see Bo Peep as that.
Little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet. She didn't go around like leading the horses.
Miss Muffet's tuffet is on a giant frickin' spider. Okay.
Yeah, maybe because she's the godfather. She doesn't have to go anywhere.
Spiders.
Bo Peep is also not Miss Muffet.
No, but she could be a part of the army. she could be, behind the sheep. She's like part of the cavalry on her like giant, massive spider.
Demonstrate, all right.
This podcast has gone to hell.
I think of like the little Bo Peep.
Yeah, I think it needs to be ended.
Like Toy Story.
Rein it in.
This podcast has gone to hell. Clio, where can the people find Little Miss Muffet?
You can find me at Clio Moto on all of the socials and stuff and such and things. And also in Arendelle for I'm Queen Elsa.
Oh, excellent. Rachel, where can the people find you?
You can find me at Twitter at Sedana17.
Excellent. Omikins, where can the people find you?
They can find me on Twitter and all my crazy ideas and things at LadyVenom24, LadyVenom24.
Excellent. You can find me down below at Phenomenon, Phenomedom. You could also find us on Twitter, Facebook, Gmail, G+, and right here on YouTube /ASOTV podcast for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows. And we lost Clio. Have a good night. Welcome back, Clio.
Hi. Just in time for the ending.
Just in time for the ending.
Yeah, just in time.